Ready with us?
I think I'm gonna end the video with you twerking.
With you twerking too?
Yeah,
though.
no.
You have to twerk for the camera. I'm sure
We'll
they
do
meant
it for the
us.
end, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Debbie's like, I want to
But
say one.
Someone
Get it because. Okay, that beautiful.
Moscow Mule bitch.
Yeah.
That's one of our drinks.
I know. Oh yeah, that's. Oh yeah, duh, I'm gonna do my.
Just I smell like coconut when I'm in your face.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll do my eyebrows really fast. Answer your questions.
Yeah. Where's the first one? By the way, today we are drinking a cold foam cold brew.
Oh yeah.
From Starbucks. Something different. Yeah, it's very good.
Paused in my. Wait, the homie shoes are dope as fuck. They're Christian Louboutins.
Christian Louboutins, they were a gift.
No, if you could relive any past moments in your life, what moment would you choose? You go first.
Bitch, okay, shoot. Relive a moment in my past. Honestly, cheer. Like, I'm like all about cheerleading, and if I could go back in high school and do cheerleading the way I would do cheerleading now, I would probably be a very good cheerleader. Very, very, very.
And that's why your daughter's in cheer now.
And now she's in cheer, and I'm living through her. I don't know. I love my life now, but what can I relive? Taco Bell. I worked at Taco Bell in high school.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like all throughout high school.
And beauty school. What about you, Mary?
I would relive my early 20s and like redo a lot of the decisions I made. My life would be so different had I made better choices in my life.
In your 20s?
Yeah, I would want to relive it so I could take things back. I'm like, well, maybe I don't regret anything because like I don't think I'd be who I am today had I not gone through a lot of the stuff that I did. Maybe I was meant to go like through that. But or if I did redo high school, actually, okay, yeah. If I could relive a moment, it would be high school, and I would be like not so worried about what people thought of me. And I would say like how I feel. Because I felt like in high school, like you care so much about what other people think.
Honestly, like that was an issue too. Not that I hid, like obviously like male cheerleader, like what.
Yeah.
I was a cheerleader, so like people were obviously gonna assume I was gay, but like I never hid. Like it was just never a topic that we would talk about, and yeah, and I guess you could say I did care. Like I was like scared that people would talk shit about me.
Even though like you kind of didn't hide it, but you were just like afraid to actually like confirm it.
Come open about it.
Yeah, I think that's what I would do. Is like relive like my high school days and maybe not. And be more open. I think I was like very quiet and to myself. And now I'm like, I don't shut up. Like if I feel a way, like I'm gonna say it, you know?
Yeah. And that's really good because if we don't speak up for ourselves, who will?
Exactly. I'm like doing my own brows and then he's gonna do the rest. I'm really messy with it. It doesn't need to be perfect, so they're sisters, not twins. Right.
Today they're gonna be neighbors.
Yeah. Kind of looks even.
Yeah, that's good. We're just going for an everyday look.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm being a little shy girl right now.
Why?
It's my first time on camera filming. Mary's
I'm
already
like,
a pro.
I'm like, is it your first time?
Well.
On that kind of camera? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
on this camera.
Like for this kind of like idea that we have. Yeah. Although one time, Manny MUA, I was trying to be you one time, and I was just like, if you don't fucking like it, don't fucking watch it. On my Instagram story, and I was like, oh my god, I'm having
Did you
Manny
post it?
I didn't. I was too shy.
Oh no, you sent it to me. Instead of posting it, he sent it to me, and I was like, really?
Yeah, I was so shy, but I was also bored at home cleaning makeup brushes, and then I ended up doing my makeup, and I was like, oh my god, Manny MUA, I feel like you right now.
With your wine. Did you have wine or water?
I had a glass of water.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Oh, because you were
with ice.
Were you in prep that
Yes.
time? Next question. Yeah. Someone asked, how did you two lovelies meet? Not someone, Daisy. Shout out to Daisy who did my lash or my brows.
We have to give a shout out to Nydia.
Oh, Nydia. Yes, that's
Nydia.
how we met. So Nydia was a girl. She was
Is a girl.
my friend. No, Nydia's my friend who I was doing CrossFit with at the time, and I think I had just said Vinny, but yeah, Vinny was little, huh?
Yeah, he was a baby.
Yeah. So then I had taken her to an Arizona trip to. She wanted to see the Grand Canyon. She's never been, and I was like, oh, I go to Arizona all the time. Like I'll take you with me, and then we'll go to the Grand Canyon. So that's basically what we did, and I was just kind of talking about how I wanted to be in a new space, and I wanted to like find somewhere else to go. And then she had mentioned like, oh, you know, there's this guy that does my hair. He's really good. Like I've been going to him for a while. He has a shop in Tulare. So then that's basically what I did. Well, actually, while I was there, I had messaged him to see if he was still looking for girls to fill in the space. And then that we set up basically a meeting like when I got back from that trip. So yeah, from there that was it. That was
she
it.
came
the rest
in.
was
We
history.
we interviewed, and then I almost was intimidated by her because she was just so pretty. Like I was like, oh my god, she's gonna come in and she's gonna be my boss. Like I was literally like, oh my god, I'm so nervous. She's gonna work here. She's gonna be my boss. And then oh my god, and then I didn't know her. Is it ethnicity?
Yeah.
I had just met her. I obviously didn't ask her like, are you Mexican? Are you Filipino? I didn't ask any questions. I'm just like, she's just Mary.Thep on thing. And my clients are like,
that's a Hispanic lesson.
yeah, of course. I guess I never really put that together.
Yeah.
So then my clients are like, oh my god, your new girl, she's so beautiful. And I'm like, yeah, she's so pretty. And so we were just like that. And so I think when I talk in Spanish, it's like everything is just so much funnier. So I'm just like, Mary, ha, and I'm just like, how come she's not laughing with me? Like, does she not think that was funny? And then one day I was just like, Mary, I was talking to you. And then she turns around and she's like, were you talking to me in Spanish? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I don't speak Spanish. And I'm like, you don't? She's like, do you think I'm Mexican? And I'm like, yeah, aren't you Mexican? She's like, no, I'm not Mexican.
Huh.
And I was like, okay, cool. She's not Mexican. Cool. So then my friend Randy's like getting his highlights done. And he's like, oh my god, your friend is so pretty. I'm like, yeah, she's Filipino. And then Mary turns around and she's like, what the fuck? I'm not Filipino. And I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you?
No,
like,
it wasn't that.
Yeah.
No, because you was telling me the story about how Randy was like, oh, like, who's your friend? Like, oh, is she Filipino? You're like, yeah, you were kind of retelling me the story of what he was saying. I was like, you told me I was Filipino? I'm not Filipino. And then that's when you were like,
I was like, what the fuck are you? She's like, I'm Laos. I'm neighbors to Thailand. Yeah. Because I didn't know what Laos was. So I was like, I've never heard of it. And she's like, yeah, it's like neighbors to Thailand. And I'm like, oh my god, I didn't know that.
You're like, I still don't know what that is.
I still didn't know what that was. And I'm like, well, she's not Filipino. She's not Mexican.
I have Juan do the rest of my makeup. We were supposed to do a get ready with me, and he was supposed to do his makeup too, but change of plans, he's gonna do mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna start with your eye makeup.
Should I clip my bangs back?
Yeah, let's clip the bangs. And we're gonna go for a soft glam look. We're gonna use we're bringing Anastasia palettes back today.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorites. One of my favorites though. So it's good that we're bringing it back, and it's not that expired. It's only just a few weeks expired.
just a couple years.
Yeah, it's not that expired.
Yeah. As far as get ready with me question, when did you start lashing? I started lashing in 2017. I think I started getting it done. I remember I went to a place in Fresno, and me and my cousin would go all the time to go get it done, and I was like, this is so easy, like I could totally do it. And that's when I started. And then I asked my cousin in Arizona if she would let me do her lashes, and we did it on her futon. And I bought everything on Amazon. And it took me hours, and I'm not even lying, like it probably took me like 4 hours. And then I had glued her eyes shut. Yeah.
How did that go?
It was fine. We eventually got it open, and And I had did classics, bitch. I was like, what?
4 hours on a
yes,
classic?
Bitch. Like on a futon. My back was hurt. I think I had a futon and I had her like lay her head on my lap. Like I'm literally sitting like this, like an Asian person, right? Like with my legs crossed. And I have her like in between my legs lashing. I don't know how the fuck I did that without like, I don't know.
Was it comfortable for her?
She was
She's
fine.
like,
She was just there. Yeah, but I ended up gluing her eyes shut. It was fine. She survived. And then I need to have her find that picture because that shit was funny.
of her first set?
Yeah, my first classic set ever. And I swear to you, I had so many people book after I posted that. And then I was like,
Yeah, I don't think this is for me.
I was like, no. And then I started doing like my families and I did it the same way. But all I was doing was classics. It was a horrible experience. And then she had messaged me a couple days later and she's like, hey, they're really irritating my eyes.
Oh, well, it's a process.
I was like, oh, well, she knew it was my first time, so she was just like, you know, she was just down to be a guinea pig. She's like, I can't stop crying. And then I told her, oh, just fucking put olive oil on there. You'll be fine.
Olive oil.
Yeah, olive oil to remove it, you know? And I was like, that's all I knew. I was like, oh, just take olive oil. To help remove it, yes, because it's like oily, you know. Okay. So like it kind of helps like remove it. So she just had to play with it. I'm sure she like picked it off because that's what I would have done.
Yeah, if we're being honest.
Yeah, if we're being honest. And then I started just practicing and kind of learning more about it. You know, YouTube. I was self-taught. So
we're gonna use the word self-taught.
Hashtag self-taught, and that's what I did. And then I finally took a course for it, and then yeah, that's basically how it went.
And here you are now, instructing other ladies.
Yes. So actually, I want to say I kind of did my own thing for about... Well, I took a course, and then I took another course with Daisy. All Things Daisy. Shout out to her, because I took a workshop. I remember it was before COVID. Do you remember that? Like, I took that workshop with her. And,
that's when you exploded honestly.
Yes, like I feel like after her course, oh my god, she taught me so much. I remember like watching her and I was like, how does she get her lashes like that?
No, like you came back and I was just like, what the fuck? You went from like 0 to 100.
Literally. I went to like 5 to 100 because I was in 0.
Yeah, no, you weren't.
Yeah.
Those classics were like a 5. You're
right. My fucking clusters. I was doing clusters with 0.07s. Which is like a big diameter for freaking...
What advice would you give clients, or what advice would you give to lash techs that are in the industry, whether they're beginners or they're already like lash techs for a while?
I would say...
What is like your number one advice?
I would say to really be picky about who you train with. I think, you know, and not get discouraged because we do tend to compare ourselves to like a lot of people, and because there's so many lash techs out there. But I feel like for anyone, beginner or not, you can't compare yourself, and you're always gonna find like a clientele for you. Like say you get a bad experience, or like someone didn't like your course, or someone didn't like how you lash, everyone has a personal preference.
Like
so you can't take offense to it. Even when people decide to like go to somebody else, like I would never be mad at somebody for choosing to go to another lash artist because that's
for whatever reason.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
It could be even just like for simple availability. Yes. It could be like maybe she's just going to someone else because she's just available more
for her time. Yeah, like for a time that works for her. And I hear that a lot too with anybody in the service industry. Like it doesn't even have to be lashes, just someone in the service industry anyway, you know, like even for hair, it's just like it is what it is. If you found somebody who floats your boat, hey. Is that the right term?
It is.
Yeah, I was like, who floats your boat? If you find someone who just like works for like what you want, then it is what it is. We all have a preference. Oh, our boo, she said, can I just say how freaking amazing you two are, Alma?
I hope she comes.
I know. We're waiting for her to come. What was your first impressions of you both? What was your first impressions of you both?
Like I said, I was kind of like intimidated. Like I thought you were like this. Well, you are. She is this like baddie. So when you walked into the shop and we interviewed each other, or not each other because you didn't.
You said interviewed each other.
Yeah, I was interviewing you,
me.
but I felt like she was interviewing me. Like she had like the right questions, she had like the right answers. Like she was just very like she knew what she was coming for, and like it was either that or nothing. And I was just like, all right, she's the cool baddie. Like she's a baddie, and I don't know. After that, it was just like we just clicked. It naturally
I think
just
it's because
happened.
like we were always working together, so like both of us both worked a lot. So like we just ended up always.
We freaking
together.
go to Target after work together.
Oh yeah, that was
We
fun.
like she came with me when I built my first home, and like
I'd go check on it, like
she'd
if you
go,
were working.
yeah. So then like I invite her, right, so that she could help me choose like what color cabinets I want, what kind of floor I want for my house, and like I wanted her to come with me because obviously her opinion mattered to me, or it does matter to me. So I'm like, I need your advice. And she's here and she's like, oh, you should go with the gray like palettes, and I'm like
all the colors I know that he loves.
Loved, yeah. And then I'm like, yeah, I should, but I really want the brown, so I'm gonna go with the brown. And then she's like,
Somewhere he swore he wanted to be like freaking what do you call that people that style
very
was it not traditional, or like was it, what did you always call it?
the style of the house that I wanted.
Yeah,
It's
Spanish, or
Spanish,
like
very
something.
Olive Garden, like very
It's pretty though. It is pretty. It is
Yeah,
very
so-
much like.
So she was telling me like, oh, you know, white countertops, and I'm just like, yeah, that's really pretty. I'm gonna go with granite. And then she's like, okay. And then she's like, you should do a white exterior. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, I should. Okay, let's go ahead and pick the darkest brown you got.
Literally.
And then she's like,
I'm thinking in my mind, I was thinking like, oh,
Modern,
let
like-
me do something light, because I'm like, this guy likes to change his furniture out all the time. So I'm like, at least lighter tones or neutral tones will make it easier to switch out furniture, because it's more expensive to change a
Repaint
whole
the
kitchen,
house,
literally,
yeah.
no, or like redo a whole kitchen than it is to just change out some chairs if you get bored, you know? No, this man did everything opposite of what I said, which is fine because it's his house, you know?
but
But I'm like,
yeah.
bitch, why the fuck did you bring me? For company.
For company. I wanted you to be here with me.
And how about the girl because she wasn't a girl, the woman that was like, she was just like, oh, basically saying, well, it's his, you know, let him choose. But then go and does her house exactly the same way I told him to do his house. I was like, boo, you took all my ideas. Oh, she's like, oh, that's what I'm doing to my house. Oh, is it? That's funny, but you don't want him to do it? Okay.
Yeah, it was funny.
Boo. Yeah, she's like, I'm switching all my stuff out to this too. Oh, I bet you are, Deborah. Debbie. What's her name?
I was something in those lines.
It was a
yeah.
D.
It was
Yeah.
a D for sure.
I'm like, okay, Deborah. I think it was a Deborah. I don't know.
We're gonna call her Deborah.
Yeah. Impression of him. I didn't even say my first impression of you. I don't know. Oh no, I was like, oh, this guy's gonna be extra, because he said, oh, because I asked you what you want for your coffee. Oh, like, oh, I should get his coffee. What do you want? He said, oh, and make sure it's extra hot. I'm like, oh, okay.
I did.
I'm like, bitch, this shit hurts my hand. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's gonna be extra. Well, I already knew what I was getting myself into because I seen
You saw my
I was
post?
stalking his profile beforehand. I was like, oh, okay.
With his big booty.
Yeah. With his little.
My dance moves,
Yeah.
my dance moves.
Yeah.
Remember
Oh.
we're at the club and I'm just like.
Yeah. Oh my god, I was gonna post that video too. Because I found a video of us at Bricks
Yes. That night that we wanted to get VIP.
to sleep, bitch.
Yeah, we literally.
No, I just don't like rubbing elbows with random people. So like, I'll pay for a table if I
If
don't
it
have
means
to touch
you
elbows.
don't, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
and if I could, so I could sleep. I need a
I'm gonna
couch.
grab it.
Oh, what's your guys' worst client story?
Oh.
I'm like, do I have one or do you have one? I feel
I
like
don't think we have like worst client stories.
I don't think it's like worst client story, but I feel like our worst would be like, or I don't know, like people that like try to argue with you just for their money back, and it's just like, girl, I'm not about to argue with you. If you're calling me to get your money back and trying to justify why you need your money back, by all means, Just say that. Or like people that do that, like where they try to give you a hard time because they're not happy, but then they don't want you to fix it. Or it's like every solution you give them, it's just like
not enough.
It's not enough. So like that just tells me like they just wanted to basically
prove a point that they were just unsatisfied.
They just wanted their money. Like, and then it's always the ones that come into your chair that are like, everybody I went to, where they're complaining basically about every single person that has done their service.
You almost want to just be
that's like a red flag, like, ooh, girl.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not the one either, boo. Like,
oh, we're gonna do Fenty today, right? For under the eye. Wait, this is not under the eye.
Oh, concealer you're talking about? Oh yeah, these are concealers. I don't know, whatever you think is gonna work for concealer, but Fenty for the foundation for sure.
Okay, so I saw this thing where like JLo gets her makeup done, and they said that, I forgot what they called it, but apparently it's like you do the contour and you do the concealer before you do the face makeup. I don't know what that's called, but we're gonna try that today.
Oh, did I
Just go ahead and open your eyes, and we're just gonna brighten up some areas under your eyes. For those who don't know what I'm using a Born This Way multi-use concealer.
Multi-use. What does that mean? It's like multi-use. Like
you can
what
probably
else?
use it as a foundation.
Oh.
Or like
True.
it is super coverage. We love some super coverage. Well, I'm gonna tell you guys a little story about what happened to me last night. Just I looked forward to today actually to just talk about this. And it's about the principals, okay guys? So last night my mom, she doesn't live with me. I had her spend the night with me and my husband this weekend. And my husband's upstairs working on some stuff with it for his homework. And Mom and I are watching a movie, and I was like, Mom, I'm craving churros from Jack in the Box. How about that? And she's like, let's go, let's do it. So here we are in the middle of the night, going to Jack in the Box to get churros. I asked Albert, babe, would you like anything from Jack? He's like, yeah, bring me some churros. So I'm like, cool, churros it is. We go, I'm like, 3 extra large drinks. And then I said, can I get 2 orders of churros, please? But can you put them in separate bags? Because they're 2 orders. Sometimes when we go, they like to put 10 in a little box. When I'm like, no, I just need 2 little baggies, each of 5. So then she goes, do you want them bagged separately? And I said, yeah, you know, just to make sure that they know, like, it's 2, like, it's not like I'm eating all 10. Like, I'm only eating 5. And then she, like, literally was like, excuse me, you want bagged separately? Yes. How about she had someone else take my order? Because she didn't like the fact that I asked for 2 separate bags. Then I get home, didn't think anything of it. I thought, well, 2 separate orders, come on, they're going to be in 2 different bags. So I come home and I'm looking for the baggies, and how come I come to find a box with 10 churros in it? And I was like this mad, and I was about this close to calling Jack in the Box and being like, literally, ma'am, I asked for 2 separate bags.
Oh, so instead of 2 separate bags, you put all of it in a box.
In a box, yeah. And it's like, now I have to rip the box in half to give Albert his, because he's upstairs, and I'm going to be downstairs watching a movie.
You have to, like, split it yourself now.
And I'm like, I have to do her job. And I asked her if she could be like, oh, you know, just 2 separate orders here, like, asking for...
She's like, yeah, let me piss him off.
Yeah, she said, I know who this is.
Yeah.
You come every freaking Sunday asking for the same shit. I know who this is.
Real.
Let me go ahead and just give it in a box to you.
That's funny. You're like,
So we're gonna go ahead and go in with Fenty.
I know you heard me, bitch. I'll say we're using Fenty today. I don't know why I brought the other ones, just in case Fenty just wasn't giving what it's supposed to.
Yeah.
This is why I have this here. It's to put the foundation on. But you do however works for you.
It's just a habit. I like to keep my foundations warm. I'm giving it body heat. There's a reason.
What's the word that they say when it's what is that word? When you're wearing foundation for a long time?
To oxidize?
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
I'm oxidizing it before
you apply.
Yes. I'm just doing it. So yeah, that's what happened to me last night. I told my mom, tomorrow when I do my get ready with this, I'm gonna film this. I'm gonna talk about Jack in the Box on Acres.
On Acres.
On Acres, guys.
Jack in the Box on Acres.
They just said, oh, you want 2 separate bags?
Wait, where is that one? On Acres.
By Del Taco. Over there by Adventure Park.
Oh,
Yes,
yes. It's
that
way
one.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, she said 2 separate bags. Yeah, ma'am. Just, 2 separate orders. But then, of course, if my husband would have heard me on the phone with Jack in the Box, he would have been like, what are you doing? Stop. Do not. And I'm just like, it's just, I just want to let them know.
He's like, they're going to spit in my food every time I
Yes,
go down.
he's just not all about, he doesn't like to,
Complain.
Complain. He's just like, let's just go with the flow.
I'll never go to that Jack in the Box again just for that girl.
That's one moment I don't want to relive.
Yeah. For reals. Oh, Fabi said, I want to see Juan twerk. We'll do that at the end of the video.
Yes,
yeah.
I don't know how to twerk, guys. Like, my ass is just all muscle. It doesn't bounce, but I'm gonna for sure try for you guys. Sorry, my sister was calling. I'm just gonna go in a little bit brighter.
I'm gonna go to my other page to see questions.
So if you guys don't know, Mary is in the process. Would you like to talk a little bit about Liv?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about Liv.
There's nothing going on. Aside from I have a building I'm paying for and nothing is getting done. That's all the updates I have for you guys. It's like nothing. I'm like, just waiting for quotes. It's been 3 weeks and 2 days.
And
7 hours.
I we were thinking about the same numbers though.
I
was like
said
17.
You said 17. Still, I'm like, no big
Oh,
deal.
that's another thing about us. It's so crazy how we're just like very synced. Like one time she sent me a DM of like a post that I had posted of me like sitting on my little stool at my mirror in my house, and it was like a selfie before work, and I was like filling my outfit. And mind you, I hadn't gone on social media that day, and I was just like taking a picture, and I'm in my little stool and whatever. She forwards it to me and she's like, bitch, did you just copy my post? And I'm like, what? I go to her story. She literally had the same exact picture on her story. Coming to work, we're in the same freaking outfits. It's like we were always matching without trying to match. It was
and everyone's like, are you at Juan's house? No, bitch, it's my fucking room.
Oh yeah, we even had to do a post about like what our houses actually look like, because they would confuse our houses. Like they literally thought like, when I was at Mary's, they'd be like, oh my god, I love your tree. And I'm like, oh, that's Mary's. And then they're like,
well, we did have the same tree though.
Did.
Like, yeah, that's probably why.
That was because I wanted to copy.
Yeah. And he left his tree up for 2 years.
2 years.
That year, and all the lights went out because he
my husband,
he left the light on too for 2 years.
And then my Albert, yes,
Yeah.
my Albert, he made fun of me because I told him, oh, I told Santa Claus I wasn't going to take this Christmas tree down until I found a partner. So then I literally didn't take my Christmas tree off until actually my husband's little ones took the Christmas tree down.
And you want a real one.
Yeah.
Get rid of this artificial tree thing.
Yeah, it was so funny. He's like, oh, well, you asked Santa. Here we are. Let's take it down now.
It's time. Literally, I think it had been 2 years.
It was like 2 years.
You got rid of the ornaments.
I kept some. Those are the ones that I have in my tree now. Because I went to go buy ornaments for the tree and there was none. Is this so translucent powder? Is it good?
I heard it is. Let's see. Oh, my nails don't. My nails can't. Oh, they can.
What would you use for that?
A beauty blender.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, first let me bronze you then so I can just go ahead and bake your contour. This is bronzing?
Yeah.
If I can open this.
Are you going to have lash training classes this year? I am. Honestly, I don't set out dates for it anymore. What I do is I wait for people to ask me. And I know I shouldn't because I was kind of like, not straying away from lash courses, but like, I feel like if people are interested and they're serious about it, they'll just contact me. But that's like not my main source.
I told my mom I was at the bank.
Oopsies.
Just clean my stove.
Oh, she's just like finding things to do with us.
Yeah, she's like,
She's
no,
funny.
Mr. Couture's house can't have a dirty stove. I'm like, no, not
She
at
can clean
Couture's.
my house.
Yeah.
need a deep clean in my bathrooms.
I was like, Mom, you can do anything you want, you just can't do our laundry. Although when she does it, even though we use the same exact product, when she does it, my laundry smells like baby. Like, I fucking love it. I'm just like,
what are you doing, Mother?
yeah, I'm like,
what are you secretly adding?
To your face?
No.
Oh, yeah,
I'm talking about your mom.
yeah, I was like, I'm not, it's not a big secret, it's just a mag. It's just a secret mag.
Like, no big deal. Okay, what is your favorite foundation, powders, and primers? What is your favorite? Like, what you like to use on your clients?
On my
like,
clients.
What would you say your favorite would be?
I love Dose of Color, if I'm pronouncing it right.
Yeah.
Dose of Color's foundations are really true to color, and like they oxidize so beautiful. I feel like they have like a natural finish. Like they don't look dewy, they don't look dry. Like I don't know how to explain it. They look really good, and then they don't feel like, go ahead and open your eyes, please. They don't look like cakey. Like it's not cakey, it's like really lightweight. And I've had people like message me like, oh my god, thank you so much. Like I've had my makeup done so many times, and like I've always gotten so like blotchy or like my makeup like runs, and with this one like I feel like it didn't, and I'm just like, okay sis, Dose, I see you. So that's my foundation. Concealer, it's called Tape Shape Tarte.
Shape Tape?
Yeah, that's my like go-to concealer.
Yeah, definitely mine too. So I ended up having to get Born This Way because they didn't have any Shape Tape left at Sephora when I went the other day. So Shape Tape's definitely my fave, as well for concealer at least.
Yeah, the one thing I'm gonna honestly be like, I don't know how to do when I do makeup and I'm not comfortable doing is contouring the nose. That's something that I would love to like learn how to
do.
Master.
It is hard. Yeah, it's tricky.
So like that's one thing I don't know, but I see a bunch of like tutorials or like people doing their makeup when they're doing like Get Ready With Me, and I'm just like, yes bitch, snatch that nose, and then I go try doing it and I'm like, oh shit, sis, we're gonna have to remove your makeup.
What do I have lines? Foundation for summertime, I do like the Chanel Forever Matte. That's the only thing that doesn't make me too oily in the summertime. But I've been having a hard time finding something for the wintertime. Right now I was using, before using the Fenty, well Fenty I was using for a little bit too. But Born This Way was one that I was like using, well that's the one I've been using, but I'm going back to Fenty. I don't know why I can't find one for wintertime. I don't know if it's because like my skin's different or I'm just not prepping the way I'm supposed to, you know? Like I'm not a primer person, but that's why as far as favorite primer goes, I don't even know. That's why I'm like, I have like 4 different ones that I have.
This one that you just used though, like it really did well, like as if I'm applying your makeup and stuff.
Like I like this one. It's, the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. That's like, when I tried it last night, I like that one better than the Smashbox one I compared it to, because I did like this side e.l.f. and then this side Smashbox. Yeah. But.
Open your eyes. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm like, it's burning. Is that because it's expired or because it was?
I hope it's not. Should we do a little lawsuit on Anastasia? Do people ask you that you feel like?
Favorite foundation, powders. Oh, what was your favorite powder?
Favorite powder.
Like powders, I guess you could say like powders as in like
a finishing powder or like
finishing, maybe either or.
I don't really use, when I choose a translucent powder at the end of my girls.
Yeah, that's me too. Even for myself.
I don't know why I always go to Airspun. Like,
oh yeah,
I fucking love it.
That is a good one. I feel like a lot of people use that.
And it smells so good, and it's so translucent. It doesn't have a lot of like, what is that flash like?
Oh. Had a favorite powder, but I feel like, am I skipping steps because I feel like I don't use like as much as like what everyone else uses. They be using hella shit, like so much stuff.
We're like, are we sleeping on it?
Huh. I'm like, would my makeup be better if I did all those extra steps? How did you learn marketing and content? You're so good at it. I don't know.
I'm like, that's a question for you, because I'd be asking you the same thing. I learned from her.
Yeah, the freaking, you know who it's because there's people I get inspired by. So one of the girls that inspired me basically to do like the POV videos is, her name's Fernanda. She's so cute. Her username is Amorfer. She is the bomb with content. Like, when it comes to her content and like the way she does her videos, that's what made me want to do like the cool POV videos.
Do you have a lashes thing on you?
Oh yeah, I was talking about content. Amorfer, she's that one that I started doing that with. And then when I started doing the white background, it's because I got inspired by Lana Lashes. I love her content. I love how she does the white background. Everything looks so clean and just very professional. So like, that's why I started doing the whole, you know, white background and like portrait style, I guess, or like headshot style content, because it's so pretty. And then investing in a good camera too. But I think that's with anything, huh? Any business. Like if you market, if you market very well, you'll be good. I think once you build a clientele, like maybe you don't feel like you have to market as well. But I feel like if you're trying to grow your business, like marketing is good.
I know. I do catch myself like sleeping on the whole like advertising for myself, and like I stay away
because you're
from
so
social
busy
media.
already.
Very busy. So then when I see clients and they're showing me a picture that I did 2 years ago, I'm like, oh my god, like I really need to keep posting because they're showing me my work. But yeah, it's like if you just know what I do now, it's even better. Like I feel like I need to start creating more content. Of course, with the help of my Alexa Beauty here, because I'd be sending her my pictures like, Mary, can you snatch this up?
Yeah. No, or yeah, that's true. Like even just what is it? Pictures. I know I try to get people on social media because I'm like, it's so inspiring, because like how we get inspired by some people's posts. I'm just like, well, I want to be that for somebody else, you know. I have like no lashes, don't judge me. And
I know. What, you haven't gone to Lazy?
No, I have my appointment tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, it's because I missed my appointment 2 weeks ago, and then I was like, you know what? I'll just let him rest.
Did you let her know what time?
What? No, I canceled the day of. I was like, girl, I ain't coming in today. And I'm usually like on it, but I was like, sorry, boo. Today ain't it. But we're pretty chill. We trade anyway, so it's like whatever works for us. And I'm her last, so like.
Yeah, like, are you really asking me this question?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm no bitch. I canceled hours before my appointment. I have that gap right there, but I'm gonna put liner underneath.
Yeah.
Cause see how like.
But I did see this guy. He was doing his makeup, and like he did his eyelashes to where like they almost went up, and then he filled in the gap with eyeliner.
Yeah,
and
that's
I think,
what I do.
Did you do that yesterday?
I'll lift it. Yeah, and I'll.
I saw that, and I was like, oh my god, she knows what's up.
Yeah, no, but it's just because like some of these bigger lashes, they look better up, you know, because they're so full, and then it's like, oh, my eyes underneath, because my lashes go straight, so then I'll have to do that next time. Oh yeah, because I did it for work, huh?
Yeah, yesterday.
No,
the day before yesterday.
The day before, I was like, shit, did I wear makeup yesterday? I don't think so.
No, because you got your lashes done.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, your brows done.
Yeah, that's right. I had like a day to myself yesterday and today apparently, because I'm off today too. It worked out.
I just love having Mondays off.
I know. I kind of like it too now. But
I'm like, and while she does her lashes, I'm gonna go ahead and twerk for Fabi.
I saved a song. I was like, I'm gonna make him dance to this one because I had already seen the questions yesterday. Throw that ass in a circle.
Mine's just gonna go on at you, girl, because it ain't gonna go.
Throw. Is it that or that? Dead. Oh. This one? Oh yeah, this one.
I don't know how.
Get it. I'm just gonna be unbothered over here.
I'm like, not her while she's putting on her lashes.
No, you're good. Oh my god, it's hard.
It's a hard.
What BBL?
What BBL? What TJ? What Evo Clinic, Mexico? It only took 2 rounds.
Yeah. They don't know that.
But she twerk, but she twerk, but she twerk, but she twerk, but she twerk.
Remember when I was at the club, shaking my ass?
Oh yeah.
And
And you thought
doing
everything
this.
was shaking. It was like.
You're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm twerking. I'm like,
We'll blame it on your pants.
you add a clip of that. Do you still have the video?
I do.
You have to add that clip to the video.
I'm gonna add so there's a reference.
So they can know what I'm doing.
That quickly separates.